Alright, welcome. This is a video on mushroom cultivation on straw. Straw is a great substrate for growing oyster mushrooms on. It has a lot of benefits. And today I've done it once, and today I'm just gonna go through my experience. I'm not actually gonna make it. I'm just gonna show you the tools and the ingredients you need to make it, and kind of some easy processes. First of all, here's straw. Now there's a difference between straw, which is mostly carbon, and hay, which is more nitrogen. Animals actually eat the hay, not the straw. So a bale of straw is about 60 pounds, about 10 bucks at a stable. There's one close by to here, so it was no problem for me to get my hands on this. And once you get this home, what you're going to do is take a weed whacker and a big trash can, and I like to set a garbage bag that has a hole in it over the trash can, and then you just put the weed whacker down in there with your straw in there, and when you start to shred it, it won't make such a mess, but it's still pretty loud. So once your straw is shredded, you're going to add some of the hay in. You want about 20% nitrogen in your substrate mix. So that means you're going to want 80% straw, 20% hay. You can use a lot of different ingredients as your nitrogen supplement. Again, I was just at the stable. They had this. They had the alfalfa hay, and so I just grabbed it because it was just a few bucks. So again, if you can get your hands on straw, they'll probably have some alfalfa pellets there that you can grab. Okay, so once this is all shredded up, you're going to try to mix in this alfalfa uniformly through the substrate, because you don't want pockets. They'll get infected. Now comes time to pasteurize the substrate. Substrate being your straw and alfalfa. Now, I use hydrated lime. You want to make sure you get the right kind that has a low magnesium oxide to calcium ratio. You want what this does is raises the pH of the water that we're going to soak the substrate in to kill off any organisms. I use this method. It was pretty effective. This stuff was kind of hard to find. There was like one special nursery that had it. Most people don't know what you're talking about when you ask for lime. Nobody uses it anymore, except to raise the pH of soil. But this is a specific one. Again, most of it has the high magnesium. You want to get the low magnesium. What I did was take the hose, fill up this bucket, put the shredded substrate in it, and then mix in the hydrated lime. Let it soak for about 2 hours, and then you can just pick it out with your hands. You don't even have to drain it, and you pack it in your bucket. This one's dirty. I didn't clean it out from last time. You can see the myceliated straw here. I've got some holes drilled in the side here. You want about a 1/2 inch hole. And what you then do is just set this somewhere shady, spray it with the hose, and you've got your oysters popping out in a couple of weeks, depending on conditions. Now, this is a technique I used once. Again, I was going to do this today to show, but I decided it's not worth the hassle for a few reasons. A, the straw is not organic, and I don't know where it came from, and it's hard to get organic straw. It seems like I had a hard time getting my hands on any. So this isn't organic. I don't know what's been sprayed on it, and I don't really want to eat that. Second, it makes a huge mess, and it's really noisy using this weed whacker. In the bucket, I don't really like making a mess or a lot of noise back in the yard. Third, the hydrated lime method is quick. It's the quickest method. You don't have to boil any water. You don't have to heat the straw up, which could be dangerous, especially in a city. And you don't have to soak it for a long time. Like a cold water soak takes a week or two. So this takes about 2 hours. And that's great. But then what you're left with is this big bucket full of very alkaline liquid, and you can't just pour that in your yard because it'll kill the plants. So you've got to neutralize it with vinegar and then pour it out like in a rainstorm or something so it'll wash away if you don't have access to a drain, which I don't. And so that was a real pain dealing with this liquid, this kind of basically toxic to plant liquid. Also, it'll stain your concrete yellow and you got to wash it off. So basically that's my kind of why I didn't like doing this method was A, the straw is not organic, B, it's messy, C, that hydrated lime works super quick, but it's a pain to dispose of. And so I kind of prefer the coffee cardboard method myself, although I have seen better results on the straw. Reasons you might want to do straw: if you can get your hands on organic straw, if you already own a weed whacker or a lawnmower or something you can easily shred the straw with, and if you live somewhere where you can either have a big bucket of straw set in, you could do a 2-week cold soak, or if you can get a big 50-gallon drum and boil it, or heat it up to pasteurization temperature, or if you have somewhere to pour your hydrated lime water, those would all be cool reasons to use this method. And one other thing, I'm kind of in the city here, but if you have wood ash from like a fireplace, you can also use wood ash to pasteurize your straw, and then that's going to save you money on the hydrated lime. It actually, I've heard it gets really great results as far as mushroom yields. And again, I assume if you live out somewhere with a fireplace, you've got like a drain or a rocky area where you could pour out the alkaline water. So yeah, there's the kind of pros, I guess, and cons of straw cultivation. Stay tuned for a coffee cardboard video coming soon. Any questions, just email or comment. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.